Hey, Chris Lipe here, helping you sing better, hopefully. In this video, I want to address dynamics and having command over dynamics in your voice independently of what notes you're singing, but more dependently on what you are feeling and how you want to communicate a certain phrase. Some of this deals with tapping into emotion. A lot of this, for me, when I'm singing live especially, functions as a way for me to be extremely loud and aggressive when I need to be, but also because I'm not always, I don't have the gas pedal down all the way, all the time. It allows me to conserve my voice and be more interesting, emotionally connect better to my audience. If we're not careful, we get into this mindset of like, support, whoa, okay, and we start singing at this one volume. We have our one singing volume as if that is a thing. And it's really not, or it shouldn't be. It really should be that your singing voice is the most dynamic and versatile and interesting in terms of volume. And we have built into our voice so many different ways to resonate. We need to tap into that stuff. We need to learn to consistently and almost subconsciously eventually tap into those things to deliver interesting performances, interesting lines. So we're going to practice this directly in this video in two ways. The first is this. I'm going to choose a note, and you've seen me do something similar to this before if you've been following this channel. I'm going to choose a note, and I'm just going to work on cultivating as many different ways to sing that note as possible. Sometimes it's going to be quiet. Sometimes it's going to be breathy. Sometimes it's going to be not breathy. And I'm not even going to, do I have all my bases covered? I'm just going to kind of get into that note. Happens to be a B. There's a note. If you have to surround it with other notes as you're getting into it, that's okay. But I want to get super quiet and intimate and super aggressive with it. And this is a higher note. I'll do it with a lower note in a minute. Lots of variety there, right? This is what we're going for when we're first discovering. Now, you want to be attentive to feel and make sure you're not hurting yourself during this exercise. And there's a lot of foundational things that you need to have down before you can do this effectively. So if this exercise feels way too overwhelming for you, be sure to click the link below and join my free vocal course because I lay the foundation for being able to do what I'm talking about in this video. There's also other videos that I do on YouTube that discuss things like vocal compression, screaming, singing aggressively, using your break, loving your break, all those things. So check out those as well. But when we're doing this, if you have those foundational things down already, it's important that you kind of put those aside and just focus on the emotion of the note. Let's take that same note and let's just do it lower. Low, super tender, low. And I'm going to put my headphones on so I can interact with the microphone better. This is a really, if I were to recommend a tip for getting good feedback about your voice and saving it so you don't over-sing, get a good pair of headphones. I've talked about headphones on this channel before. Get a nice mic and sing into it and enjoy the sound, the feedback that you get from your own voice. Low, low, low. La, la, la. Add some vibrato, however you know how. La, 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 hypercompression. Can I get into a pure head resonance with this one? Maybe. So take a higher note and a more comfortable middle note and do this. How versatile can you be with the note? Then, let's take it to a phrase. Here's the phrase we're going to use. When I feel the wind at my back. And we're going to get into the emotion of this. We can sing any notes we want. I'm going to do this in the key of C. You could do it however you want. We want to feel the emotion of the words that we're singing and connect it to our voice using dynamics. This may mean that we choose different notes sometimes. This is a vocal improv exercise, really, at its core. But it's going to help us practice dynamics using what we just did. So here's how this is how I warm up a lot. This is how I get in the mood to sing, and really just in the mood for music. It's so life-giving to go through this sort of exercise that I'm going to be doing right now. So I hope you enjoy it when you do it, and you enjoy seeing me go through it. When I feel the wind at my back, when I feel the wind at my back. How does my voice feel over certain chords? How am I able to dial in a particular note and get a resonance that feels good and sounds good? Take it slow, no tempo, but choose chords that are interesting. I'm using C to an F, major 7-ish, and a D, dominant 7. When I feel the wind at my back, there's that one note thing. The wind at my back. Don't judge what comes out of your mouth. Don't judge it as to whether it sounds bad or good. Some of it's going to sound good, some of it's not. Be free. Be in tune with how you feel about the notes. I know this sounds maybe a little weird, but it is more important than any scale you're ever going to sing to help your voice. When I feel the wind at my when I feel the wind, when I feel the wind, when I feel the wind, the wind at my back. When I feel the wind at my back, when I feel the wind at my back, no, 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 when I feel the wind at my back, when I feel the wind, when I feel the wind at my back, when I feel the wind at my back, the wind at my back, yeah, when I feel the wind at my back, at my back, at my back. Get lost in the moment. Get lost in the phrase. Get lost in the music. Don't worry about what people think. Don't worry about what you think. This is how to practice dynamics. And as you go through this regularly, you're going to discover so many things about your voice. Like, for example, if you're working on vocal compression or screaming or something like that, and you're in the moment and doing these sorts of things with your voice, there's going to be times where you are singing like this and, oh, I did something really cool there. Stop and think about how it felt. Think about what it did for your confidence. Discovering in this way is really fun. So I encourage you to dial in your dynamics in this way and be thinking more about how to sing dynamically. Again, if you'd like more help with your voice, how to get some of those fundamental aspects of singing under your belt, literally, so that you can discover what your voice can really do, be sure to join my free vocal course linked below. We'll see you for more.